He made it to the door, and the police grabbed him, pulled him out from the porch of my mother's house, and drug him to the neighbor's yard. And at that time, my neighbor across the street heard 4 shots because he was at the door standing there looking. He heard 4 shots while my brother was hollering for my mother to help him. And then he was shot 4 times, 2 in the chest, 2 in the stomach. And my mother and my nephew opened up the door, and the police would not let my mother or my nephew assist him in any way for at least 30 minutes. He was laying there alive when the ambulance showed up, and the police, from my mother's account, my nephew's account, the ambulance showed up, and the police told the ambulance they could not come near this crime scene. And he was alive, still saying, "Mama, help me. I don't want to die." And from there, I understand that the police roped off the neighborhood. I have 10 to 15 people that was trying to get down the street to my brother because they know my mom's house is a close-knit neighborhood. And the police would not let anyone come within 3 houses length to my mother's front door. And we honestly and truly believe it's a senseless murder. And my brother laid there in the neighbor's yard and bled to death because he had no medical assistance from anyone. And there's no reason for my brother to be killed or murdered in that fashion, not only by anyone, but by the Montgomery Police Department. And I think that is wrong, and I think it is injustice. And my family and I are only seeking that the people that are responsible for this murder be prosecuted to the full extent of the law that they can. My name is Kenneth Gunn. I live in Montgomery, Alabama. And at the time that I received this call, I was in Chattanooga, Tennessee on a 10-hour rest period. I had about 8 hours into my rest break, and I received a phone call that my brother had been killed. I changed jobs 6 months ago to become my own owner operator and work for myself. Prior to that, I was working for Triple D Supply out of Las Cruces, New Mexico for 3 years. No incidents and having a perfect record. I believe my brother was killed and murdered for no reason at all. He was a very good person, and my family and I, the survivors of my brother, my sisters, and my other 2 brothers, we are looking for complete justice. And we want the person that committed this crime to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Because there's no reason he had to be murdered. An unarmed black man being gunned down, 2 shots to the chest, 2 to the stomach, and no one let him receive any medical assistance is an injustice to life itself and everything we believe in. And I do want them to prosecute the people responsible, which is Montgomery Police Department. And the thing I want to know is why the spot that my brother was murdered in, the police department themselves took my neighbor's hose pipe, from what I'm told, washed down the porch, the blood from the scene, wouldn't let anybody in the area. It was trash that had been sitting on the corner of his yard for 3 weeks that wasn't picked up. When I arrived here at my mom's house, all the trash, they said, was cleaned up by Montgomery PD, and that may be evidence of where he was drugged through, ran through, something. And I want to know why the Montgomery Police Department took it upon themselves, not a crime scene investigator, anyone, to get the blood, rinse the blood down, remove leaves and debris. And the trash pickup day, from my understanding of debris, is on Wednesday. Regular pickup is Thursday. Why did they remove the leaves and things that was in the direct crime scene on Thursday when it's supposed to be picked up on Wednesday? And also, I want to be known that my neighbor across the street, he heard a lot of yelling, and his words to me was he was awakened by all this noise, and he actually told me that my brother was running toward the house, yelling for my mom, and the police pulled him back. There was a scuffle, and it was two officers. One officer stood there. When they separated, gunned my brother down. The doors opened to my mother's house, and they wouldn't let anybody give any assistance to the matter that was going on. And it was a senseless murder. Murder. It was murder. There's no other way to put it than murder. My brother was very routine. He worked up until recently 2 jobs: stocking grocery at Foodland and Associated Grocery on the Southern Boulevard. And his routine was he would be to work at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, whatever time they told him to be there. My sister would pick him up at 3, drop him off for his next job at 4. He would work to 9, 10 o'clock at night. When he get home, his normal routine was he would go around about 2 blocks from here, see the girl he dates, have a beer, and walk home. And he would always be home before 2:30, 3 o'clock, because he would always shower, shave, and be clean, which he was very, very neat person. And he would always shower, shave, get him a couple hours sleep, and be back at his job. Never late. Proud of him. He was a good citizen. It's no reason he should not be alive today.